Hi there, this is savewith.crypto again. Now, this morning I did a video called xExchange DEX locked your MEX for 1, 2 or 4 years. Changed your mind? Too late? Let's find out. And I got it wrong. All I showed you was how to add energy, remove energy. And thank you very much to Simon T, who said, next to minus energy, there is unlock button. Try that. He's bloody right, you know. so let's have a look at that. Oh, by the way, Mr. Scooter Vids, he said, man, that crash would have just about leveled you. How did you go after it? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but do you mean the Bitcoin crash of the day? In which case the trade's okay because I only used half the capital and I've got the other half set down a bit lower, but that's all in the Telegram group anyway, which you can get to by going to savewithcrypto.org/TG. Anyway, let's have a quick look at this DEX then, because I do owe you all an apology, sort of. But let's just connect with the Multiverse X DeFi wallet, and that's this account here. Okay. So when you log in, you'll see my enormous balance there of 23 bucks, and the locked tokens are here. Now these are the ones that we were talking about this morning, and basically if you got these ones, for example, which are locked for 2 years, yeah, they're locked for 2 years. These are locked for 1 year. Okay, so what I was saying is that if it's locked for 1 year, you can't remove energy. Now, what you can do, of course, though, is you can unlock, right? So, for example, the one locked for 1 year, if I was to withdraw all that, unlock it rather, 896,000 XMEX we've got there, the energy would decrease by 305 million. So in actual fact, you end up with 472 MEX, which is about, it's a little bit more than 50% of that. So yeah, you can do it, but you lose half your money. In the case of the 2 year one, if I was to unlock all that, so that's 896, so nearly 900,000 XMEX, and if I was to unlock that, I would get 278,000. So that's about a third, isn't it? So yeah, there is a possibility to do that if you want to, but the penalty is massive. So unless you're an absolute MEX hater, there's probably no reason to do that. Or is that such a bad idea? I mean, this is looking at the price of MEX. This dip down here, this was when the DEX got hacked last June. And you can see that affected the price really badly. Now, at the moment, we're actually almost down to the price it reached when the DEX was hacked. So to me, that's probably about as bad as it can get. So I don't know. I would think we're near a bottom now, but if you actually think it can drop another 75%, which would take it to something around here, yeah, I suppose it's feasible, isn't it? But yeah, I suppose if you had an idea of some altcoin that you thought was going to 5x or 10x or whatever, it might make sense to unlock some of the MEX you farm and buy something else with it. I don't know. I must admit, that's something I hadn't really thought about. It just seems wrong to me to sort of pay that 80% penalty. I mean, I'd rather wait until October 2026 and then just, use the XMEX as I wish then, kind of unlock it, turn it into eGold or Bitcoin or whatever I fancy, or just spend it down the pub. That seems to make more sense to me. There again, that is 2026, which is a long way away now. But I suppose it's good to know that, say, for example, with this larger account of mine, if I wanted to, I could unlock this lot here, for example. This would normally unlock on October 27th, 2026, and that would be worth like $13,000. And that is, how much is that? That's 1.1 billion XMEX. If I was to unlock that though, because it's locked for 4 years, I would lose whatever that amount is there. So I'd end up with quarter of a billion MEX, which is going to be worth about $3,500. I mean, if I needed the money, I could get it, but I don't at the moment. So yeah, so I'm just gonna wait until 2026, and then this would be quite nice really, because this would be like a little windfall. Hopefully that'll be worth more than that by then, but you never know. So that'll be October, and then November I'll get a grand's worth hopefully, and then 800, and then 632, and then I don't know, it'll probably go down a bit, because at the moment I'm receiving boosted rewards because I locked my stuff up for 4 years. So I don't know. I guess that's what will happen with me anyway. But things do change, and I might change my mind. But it's good to know that if you do need some liquidity for an emergency or something, you can do it. Whereas we couldn't do that before with XMEX, could we? Well, I suppose you could. You could go to the locked xExchange, couldn't you? And then you could swap it over there. But I didn't do it that way. I only did it the other way. Anyway, so the point of this video was just to say, yeah, I got it wrong. I completely missed this unlock button for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's black. That's it. Yeah, that's my excuse anyway. But yeah, I didn't know that was there. So yeah, if you have got XMEX that you've accidentally locked and you didn't mean to, you can unlock it, but it's going to cost you unless you wait. So I would suggest, if you can, wait. If you can't, do what you have to do. Okay, anyway, you know what you have to do. You don't have to, actually, but I'd love it if you liked the video and left a nice comment, and shared it with your friends, and above all, told your friends. Doesn't sound right, does it? Tell your friends.